So we will get started. If anyone else pops on here, that's awesome. Like I said, we're going to do a little bit more traditional type stretching today. So we're going to start standing, and we're going to start with your calves because you can't open up your hips until we open up your calves. So go ahead and get to a wall or a couch or something that has a flat surface that you can put your foot up on. Okay, and once you're there, I want you to get your toes up on the wall as much as you can. Don't let your foot be too flat. As much as you can flex that foot, get your toes up on the wall. I want you to concentrate on spreading your toes out a little bit. And you're going to keep that leg straight while you just pull your hips in. You should feel that stretch down the bottom of your foot, up your calf, and through your hamstring. We're going to relax out of that. Adjust your foot a little bit higher and come back in one more time. Okay, then I want you to shift your weight into your big toe, so your ankle should roll a little bit. I want you to bend your knee just softly and press those hips forward again. Go ahead and come out of it. Adjust your foot if you need to. We'll do this one more time. Soften that knee, pull the hips forward. Right while you're standing there, just turn that foot under and give the top of your foot a nice stretch. Okay, we'll go ahead and switch to the other leg. Toes up on the wall or box or couch or whatever you're using. Nice straight leg. Pull the hips forward. And make sure you tuck that pelvis to get a nice stretch. We're going to come out of it. Adjust your foot if you need to. Go ahead back in. And relax. You're going to shift your weight to that big toe. Bend your knee softly and push your hips forward. Come out of that, adjust your foot. We'll go one more time. Bend that knee softly. Shift your weight to that big toe. Pull the hips forward. Go ahead and tuck that foot under, give the front of the foot a nice stretch. Move away from whatever wall or couch or box you were working with. Sorry, I want to make sure you can see me. Okay, nice, comfortable, relaxed standing position. Keep your feet about hip width apart. You don't need to be too wide. You don't need to have your feet together. If you're not very flexible and you want to keep your feet a little bit wider, that's okay. But just find a spot that feels comfortable for you. Nice deep breath in with your palms up. We're going to reach up for the ceiling. Blow that air out of your mouth, nice and slow. Reach down for the ground. While you're there, take a nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, try to push down a little bit further. Inhale. Exhale, roll that spine up. Make sure you're rolling. Don't stand up too fast. I don't want you to get dizzy. And we'll go again. Nice inhale up, reach for the ceiling. Blow it out. Come down nice and slow. Let all that tension leave your back. Let your upper body just hang loose. Deep breath in. On the exhale, try to go down a little bit further. Deep breath in. On the exhale, roll that spine up. Excellent. Put your fingertips underneath your toes. Again, keep your feet wherever they're comfortable. And nice and slowly, you're going to sit and rock those hips back up. So this should be nice and slow. You're focusing on opening up those hamstrings and those calves. You hear crackling and popping in your knees. I'm sure that's normal. Every time you sit, try to go a little bit deeper. If you need to adjust your position, do that. Make sure that you're always in the position that's best for your body. Make sure that you're breathing. I want you to breathe out on the part of the stretch that's hardest for you. And we'll do one more. Good. Now I'm going to ask you to open those feet up as wide as you feel comfortable. Sink down in between your knees. So I have my elbows pressed against my knees, so my legs are pushed out. I feel this in my groin, I feel it in my calf, I feel it in my hips, and I'm just going to rock side to side. Just try to open those hip capsules up a little bit. If you can't do this, you can hold on to something. I can't see either of you, so I don't know what's going on. While I'm rocking, I'm just going to start to circle just a little bit. Start to open those ankles up. And I'm going to keep my left hand pushing on this leg. I'm going to keep my right elbow bent. and I'm going to reach up. So I'm following my elbow with my head, making sure that my body moves as a unit. If you need to keep this hand on the ground, that's okay. Every time you reach up, try to stretch that lower back a little bit more. Let's switch to the other side. Right arm presses the leg out, and we reach. You don't have to do as many as I do. Just take your time, focus on your breath, do what feels good for your body. And when you're ready, I'm going to have you take a seat on the ground. Put those feet in the butterfly position, soles of your feet together. Bring them as close to your glutes as possible. Now, we're not going to do a typical groin stretch like this, because that's just going to push gravity down and through here and make everything bunch up more. What I want you to do is put your hands behind you. Open up your chest to the sky. You might feel now that you can scoot your butt a little bit closer to your heels. Keep those feet pressed together and use gravity to push your knees down to the ground. Some nice deep breaths. We're going to hold this for 5 breaths. You should feel you have to adjust your position as you open up. Beautiful. Put that left leg out in front of you. If you can, you're going to take your right knee and you're going to stack it right on top of the left. Okay, this is going to eliminate your lower back from this hamstring stretch. If you can't do that, keep your leg wherever it feels comfortable. This is ultimately what you're shooting for. And a nice deep inhale. On the exhale, we're going to reach out for the foot. Go as far out as you can. If you can grab those toes, grab them. Make sure that the right leg or whatever leg you have on top is nice and relaxed. We don't want to hold any tension anywhere in our body. And hold this for 5 breaths. If you can, make sure you're looking down at your leg. The position of your eyeballs is going to change the stretch. And on the next exhale, I want you to walk your fingers down your foot. Try to get all the way down to your heel and let your body fold down a little bit more. And we're going to stay there for 5 breaths. Each exhale, you should feel like you can sink a little bit deeper. I'm going to slowly release from that position. I'm going to take that top leg, put the foot on the ground. I'm going to bring this foot right through my glutes. So I look kind of like folded up in a little pretzel here. Again, this is going to keep your lower back out of the stretch and let you isolate the muscle a little bit better. I want you to take your arm, wrap it around your leg. Now you're not twisting. You're just pulling that leg as close to your chest as possible. And you should feel right here at the top of your glute. In through your piriformis, maybe down your hamstring, depending how tight you are. We're going to hold this for 5 breaths. So now on every exhale, you can pull into you and twist into the leg a little bit more. And you should feel your lower back releasing just by releasing the glute. Okay, when you're done with that 5th breath, go ahead and come out of this position. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So right leg on the ground, then stack the left knee. Nice deep breath on the exhale. I'm going to come forward. Reach for those toes. Pay attention to the parts of your body you feel are a little bit cranky with each stretch. You can come to me after with those feelings, and we can design a program that's a little bit more suited to your body. Nice 5 deep breaths. Make sure that top leg is relaxed, no tension held anywhere. The next exhale, walk those fingers down, try to get to your heel. 5 deep breaths. Release that tension, go a little bit deeper on each exhale. Okay, next exhale, release yourself from that position slowly. Take that top leg, plant the foot on the ground. Bring that bottom leg in, slow the heel by your butt cheek. Wrap your arm around that leg, pull it into your body. 5 deep breaths. Each breath, we're going to try to twist into the leg, turn our chest into the leg, and pull the leg into our body even more. Same thing, let all the tension leave your body, don't hold anything. Whatever position your body ends in is totally fine. Your 5th breath, nice and slowly release that position. Come into this butterfly position to reset your sacrum. And once you feel balanced, go ahead and extend those legs out. Now, as you can see, I'm not very flexible. Open your legs as far wide as you are capable of. We're going to point those toes, open up our arms, and now we're going to stretch our hamstring and our quadratus lumborum right here, that muscle between our rib cage and our top of our pelvis. I'm going to reach out to one side, bring this arm over. I have my thumb down, and I'm trying to keep my hand in line with my toes. Nice deep breaths. Turn my hand over and reach for that toe. I'm going to grab my ankle with both hands and try to collapse down onto that leg as much as possible. Again, each exhale, you should be able to go a little bit further. I'll walk my hands out to the middle. Those toes pointed. And you should be stretched out as far as your body can handle. Nice deep breaths. Each exhale, go a little bit further. Walk over to my other leg, both hands on my ankle. Get as close down to your leg as possible. Take that inside arm and reach for my toes. The inside of your foot, bring that arm over, thumb down. Bring your body back up. We're going to do the same exact thing, but we're going to go in the reverse direction. So same spot we were just in, I'm going to lean to the left, hold that arm back over, thumb down, reach for those toes. Okay, after that release, you should feel your back has opened up quite a bit more. Focus on your breath, let your thoughts leave your mind. We don't want any tension in the body. Grab that ankle with both hands, or with your right hand, reach for the foot. Grab the ankle with both hands, try to fall down on top of that leg. Mount to the center. Over to that other foot, both hands on your ankles. Inside arm reaches for those toes. Inside arm comes up and over, thumb down. Go ahead and unfold. And nice and smooth, we're going to go through that same process, but we're going to go very quickly. We're not going to hold anything. So I'm going to reach over to the right, and then bring that arm over, collapse, come to the center, and bring it back up. Reach to the left, come over to the top, and swoop it back around. We're going to do two more, one on each side. Reach over to the right, come over to the top. Last one, over to the top. Awesome. Okay. Now we're going to go into my favorite stretch series called Grace. So again, we're back in that butterfly position. Your heels are as close to your glutes as possible. You're lying on your back, your palms are up. Please keep your palms up, that's very important. And everything we do comes back to the center into this butterfly position. This is going to reset our sacrum and our pelvis. So nice deep breaths. Again, you can do this as quickly or as slowly as you feel is appropriate for your body. I'm going to stack my right knee on top of my left knee. I'm going to look toward my right shoulder. I'm going to push my hips forward. Back into the butterfly position. Let that sacrum reset. Move over to the opposite side. Look over that shoulder. Push the hips forward so your back is arched. Keep your hands on the ground. Back into the butterfly. Again. The exhale, come back to the center. Take a breath there. Other side. Center. One more on each side. Back, over your shoulder, arch that back. Back to the center. Last time. Back to the center. Let that sacrum relax. Right arm and right leg up in the air. Make sure that they're as parallel as you can keep them. We're going to reach over the body, reaching for that left hand, tap, and come back. We want to make sure that the hip and the shoulder move at the same time. And then reaching for my fingers. So with every tap, I try to bring that leg a little bit higher. We're going to do 10. After your 10th breath, back into that butterfly position. Let everything open back up. We'll do the other side. Make sure that your body is moving as a unit. And after your 10th breath, back into that butterfly position. Take a few breaths. I'm going to ask you to take your left foot, put it under your right glute. Take your right ankle, put it on top of your left thigh. And use gravity to push those knees down towards the ground. Adjust your body. If you need to, make sure that you have no pain. Everything feels appropriate to your anatomy. into the butterfly position. Other side, right foot to the left glute, left ankle on top of the right thigh. With gravity, do the work. Back to the center. Other side. Back to the center. Other side, one more time. Back to the center. Okay, we have one more move in this position. It's a little bit more difficult, so I'll show you what to do and then I'll show you a variation for it. It's for your quads. So if your quads are very tight or you have a knee issue, this might be a little bit difficult for you, but again, I'll show you a variation. So if you can, you're going to stack your right knee on top of your left knee. You're going to pull that right leg back. Tuck your foot under so that the top of your foot, where the laces of your shoe would be, are on the ground. You're going to fold your body back on top of it. If you can't do that or it's too uncomfortable, you can hold your leg there, or you can stay on your side and pull your leg. Just make sure that the other leg stays bent. That's what keeps your back and your knee protected. Make sure that you're focusing on your breath with this one. Come out of that position nice and slowly. Back into that butterfly. Let my sacrum reset. And I'm going to do the other side. Stack my knees. Bring that leg back. Try to fold my body down on top of it. Again, all of our anatomy is different, so find the position that works for your body. And come out of that. Back to the center. We'll do one more on each side. Back to the center. Last time on the other side. And back to the center one more time. Let your sacrum relax. Okay, I'm going to ask you to move to a wall or the side or the back of the couch or anything that you can put your legs straight up on. I'm going to run to the chalkboard and show you the position I want you to be in, but I don't talk very loudly, so I'm afraid you won't hear me from back there. So I'm going to go show you what to do, and then I'm going to come back up here and talk you through it. You want to be as close to the wall as you can. You put your legs up on top, scoot yourself in, arms out, and you're just going to hang out here. So go ahead and go over to your wall or your couch or whatever you're using. You want to get your butt as close to the bottom of it as you can. Get those legs up on the wall. Once you're there, you're probably going to be able to push forward a little bit more so that your legs are completely flush against the wall. Open those arms up to your side. Keep the palms open. If you want to close your eyes, go right ahead. I just want you to focus on your breath. This position is awesome for your digestion. It's awesome if you struggle with adrenal fatigue, for resetting your adrenal system. It's a great position to meditate in. It's a good position to just let your body reset. If you're feeling a little bit worn out during the day, you don't have to hang out here long. Again, just as in with any of these stretches, I don't like to give you a time how long you should hold them for. I want you to tune into your body and listen to how long it's asking for. So some of you will hold these stretches for not a lot of time at all. Some of you will hold them for a long time. Not every stretch is going to be held for the same length of time. Just get used to listening to your body and what it's asking for, and your results are going to be much better. So go ahead and just hang out in this position. Focus on your breath. Let all your anxiety melt away. Practice a little bit of gratitude. I'm going to leave you girls with this. I want to thank you for joining me. Hopefully you'll join me next weekend. If you have any questions, you can leave them on the Facebook page or reach out to me personally. I hope you have a great week. Stay here for as long as you need to, and I'll see you next week.